Alright, so today we're with Prynlee, the diva.
Yeah, Prynlee the diva, pussy with like blood clot coffee, you know.
Sarah. So obviously we're just gonna do a little intro. So I wanna know that, where are you from?
I'm from North London, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So like, I wanna know more about you.
Okay.
How was life growing up for you?
Life growing up for me, it was cool, kind of hard. Like, I was like one of them kids that always got in trouble a lot. But when I got in trouble, it wasn't like crazy trouble, if you know what I'm trying to say. It was more so like trouble with like, it'll be teachers or authority. I don't know, I had problems with authority a lot. So yeah, but it was cool though. Like, I grew up kind of cool. But yeah, I just was like in a lot of drama and passer.
So how comes you in some type of, was it like fighting and shit?
Yeah, like fighting, disagree. I feel like I'm a person, yeah. I feel like Martin Luther King. I feel like I'm like, I feel like I was in problems for a cause. So no, let's be serious. So I feel like I would just stand up for what was wrong, and you know, you get persecuted for those things until later they're like, you know what, she was saving the world. And that's what happened with me a lot, because at first, the first school I went to was like a predominantly white school. Like, I grew up in like a black area, but it was like the school I actually went to, because I wanted to do like, it wasn't a music school, but they had like a speciality in music and performance, so I wanted to go there. But it was hella like white people. There were some black people though, but you know them times it was when the black people, it was like segregated. It was like you had the Somalis and they're like, no, you guys are Jurors, you know, you're blacks, and then we're Somali. So it was like, let's say like 10% black, 30% Somali, and then the rest is just white. So yeah, I don't know, I used to just have problems with either, like, for example, hair colours. They were mad at me for, obviously I like to change my hair a lot. They were mad for me at my hair, the length, all these dumb type of stuff. And what else, I don't know, just I used to just get in like little passives with like friendship groups and stuff, but it was nothing crazy. But then I got kicked out of school for arson, and then you
can't just do that. Talk about it.
Okay, cool. But let me tell you something, it wasn't arson. Allegedly arson. So basically, do you remember back in the day when they had the lighter and the aerosol can?
Yeah.
So I must have done that. Like, everyone was doing it, but I must have done it in class, and it kind of caught fire to like some of the books and stuff, and then they tried to blame me, so I was trying to burn down the whole school. One girl tried to lie and say she was aiming at me, miss, she was trying to kill me. I was like, no, I wasn't. If I was going to kill you, I would have done it. Like, you know the ones that it's like, you wouldn't have been able to tell the story. So I got kicked out for that, but it wasn't anything crazy. It was just like, I got like excluded, if that makes sense.
Okay, but, what perm?
Yeah, it wasn't perm. I got sent to a unit, but I was able to come back. So I was able to come back, everything was cool. And then I got allegedly kicked out for drug dealing, but I wasn't drug dealing. It was the, like, long story short, a girl in my school, she was shot in, and yeah, somehow I got intertwined in it, but it was a white girl. And they saw it was the white girl, but it was like, it has to be her. Like, it can't be, do you know what I mean? It was like racism. So then they kicked me out for that. Then I came back, and then my teacher called me nigger. And then I tried to fuck her up. So I got a chair, I dashed. I even said the story on my TikTok, funny enough, it was so funny. But I got a chair and I must have dashed at her. We had a little scrap. And then instead of kicking out the teacher for what she said, they were like, we're just going to send you to this unit for a while, but you still go to this school, but you just can never come back to the school.
What, was it like year 11 or not?
No, this wasn't like year 7, year 8.
Shit.
Yeah, this was like year 7, year 8. Like, I never finished like high school. Yeah, so sad, guys. I didn't get a prom, but I wouldn't want to go prom in that place anyways. But I loved getting kicked out, in a sense of like, I loved the units. Then I got kicked out of the unit, but then I got sent to a better unit. I loved that. I liked it for a bit.
Was it Riverside? I know they have it.
Nah, I got sent to Pavilion, and then I got sent to Ace. That's in Edmonton. It's inside like the Edmonton market. It was so funny. Like, my school's literally inside the market. So that was cool for a bit. And then, yeah, long story short, I actually like that place more because they were like, I feel like it's less people and it's more so, how can I explain it? Because there's less people, they are able to focus on you. Yeah. And yeah, everything was cool.
You're actually learning type shit.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I learned different stuff. I learned sociology in year 9. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Psychology, childcare. I learned so many. It's kind of like not jail, yeah, but you know. But you know how jail, you have so many options to choose from, rather than in secondary school it's just like you have to just do like English, maths, geography, maybe science, and boom boom bow. So I like the fact I had a big range, so I'm actually very smart. But yeah, and also we used to go like just random activities, but then unfortunately I got kicked out of there as well, and then I went to college. Yeah, I went to college early. The college I went to is actually near here.
What's CNI?
No, it's Whack Arts.
Rings a bell stuff.
Yeah, it's like a performing arts college. It's a music college. Yeah, music's been destined for me. Look at that. Every time I go to music stuff.
But outside of music, what do you do?
I do a lot, you know. I'm sharing. But I just think I'm just like an all-round creative. I do hair, nails. I'm in like the beauty industry. I'm trying to get into more entertainment sides of the world. So I think that's why I'm like trying to break into music, and then from there I can do all the acting, all them good business stuff from rare to.
So when did you start rapping?
I started rapping I'll say maybe 2 years ago now.
Okay. Oh shit. Just 2 years ago. Okay. So what made you start rapping?
I've always liked music. I was into like musicals and like all them type of productions and stuff like that. Like I like the whole big productions. I even done you know, like I did theatre, but I done like, what's it called? Like even the special effects makeups to go with all of the stuff there, so it was cool. But I never could rap. Like I was good at English. I could like do poems and stuff. That's even how I kind of started. I used to do like spoken word type stuff, and I was good at English. But yeah, how did I get into it? Yeah, long story short, I could sing and all of that, but I wanted to rap. But I was like, I don't know how to do it. Like I don't know. It was just like it wasn't going. And then I would go like studio with like family and stuff. Boom 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 bow. And then I was like, I can do this. Like, literally one day I had an epiphany. I said, you know what? God told me I need to rap. So literally I just woke up one day. I was just like, cool, let me just try to take it serious. Booked studio sessions. I booked a music video and I was like, okay, cool, we're doing it. And I done it literally. So I dropped like 2 freestyles. Just like back to back. Then I was just doing cyphers, going to like open mics and all them type of events. And it was going good for me. Like people was respecting my thing.
Therefore. So, like, why did you join rap game? And tell me about the story about that.
What, rap game? Or Pengame?
Pengame, sorry.
No, do you know what's so funny that you do say rap game though? Because they've reached out to me like numerous of times.
Oh, you should tap into that store.
I would. I don't know. I feel like I would.
I swear they're giving you like 200 bags if you go there or something.
200? I don't know about 200 bags.
You get something, I know you get some money. I know you get some money.
I don't know. I think it depends on each season. But last season, I probably would like to have gone on that one because that one looked lit. But with Pengame, how my journey started with them, literally, when I'm telling you I was doing all my... Like, literally, when I was dropping the freestyles, I dropped 2 freestyles at the time. I was doing a couple of cyphers, so the cypher page must have posted me. And when they posted me, they were like, Pengame commented under it. But I was very confused. I was like, do they like it? Because they just comment like a smiley face. So I was like, do they like it? Are they laughing? Is it cool? Boom, boom, bow. But I had a feeling they'll message me, and yeah, they messaged me. But yeah, they messaged me. They just said, like, they were like, yo, we want you on the show. And I was like, okay. And then literally it was just that my battle was lined up like for 5 days after that. And I battled FT and it went viral.
Yeah, so, you know, with like, I wanted to know, firstly, what do you think is your best battle you've been in so far?
My best battle, I would say my most recent one with MissInk.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that your favourite one, or is that like the one you feel like you performed the best in?
I think I'll just say I performed the best because it's like, how can I explain it? Yeah, I'll just say I performed the best because it was just like, I knew what I was actually going into. Now I've kind of had a few battles to find my feet. It was like, okay, I know what the audience would want. I just knew what I was doing. I was very like calculated with that battle, I feel like. Even from how I was dressed. Like if you looked, I was ready for what? I was wearing camo. I was like, no, I'm not going light on this bitch.
So I want to know with like this whole, because I sometimes with a Pengame I see like you guys, people be going back and forth, dissing each other. I've always thought, is this orchestrated? Is this just part of selling it, or is some of this tension actually real?
I feel like when it's with me and with a lot of people as well, do you know, is sometimes maybe it could be not orchestrated, but maybe like played into more than like, because you know in real life you could just walk away from a scenario, you just don't have to be involved. But I feel like it's more heightened, especially with me. All these bitches and these niggas have problems with me, and I don't know why. That's how I know I'm the queen of Pengame, because it's like they always want the throne. Because why are you all attacking me? Sorry.
Cool.
But yeah.
So talk to me about that. Because I know you and Renaya were meant to have a little battle.
Yeah.
So what happened with that?
So with me and Renaya, right? We didn't like each other. Well, cool. I knew her before Pengame. I actually met her at like these open mics and ciphers and stuff that I was doing, and she was cool. We was like, yeah, we're gonna work on music. Then like in between the midst of like me coming on Pengame, it was kind of like tension for some reason. So I couldn't understand it. But then I met her at the rap game auditions. Like we was going back and forth. We was like dissing each other, diss tracks. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of like, it was real boom boom boom. And then I met her at the rap game auditions because obviously rap game shouted me to come on, boom boom bow, and she was there. So we was at like the final stages. We're at the top of the penthouse type thing, and then we had like a conversation. Everything was cool. So it was like, do you know what we're gonna do? Like, because we was already beefing, going through madness. It was like, you know what, let's like let people think we're still beefing, and then we'll do a track together, which we did do. But unfortunately now we don't really talk like that. But I still got love for her though. She's really nice. Yeah, she's a cool girl. But yeah, we was meant to battle, and I feel like it would have been a sit battle, but we do have a tune now, which is Renaya vs Prynlee. So you know what I'm saying, guys, tap into that.
I feel like that was something that people wanted to see. Renaya versus Prynlee versus Renaya, you know.
I don't feel like she would. Do you know what it is? I don't think she wanted to come back on the platform.
Yeah, because I know she was saying something about Pengame. So like, I don't know exactly what she was saying.
I feel like she felt like they set her up with her battle with Ren DMC.
I can't like Ren. Because I feel like I don't know if that's a setup, but I can't like Ren's called.
Yeah, I feel like, do you know what it is? Yeah, because fun fact, I was actually meant to battle Ren. She wasn't meant to battle Ren. No, dark. But yeah, so I was actually meant to battle Ren, but obviously our battle didn't manage to happen. So she basically was like the substitute. So even though the Sky, that kid, that wasn't even meant for her, it was meant for me. But yeah, I think what she said was, like, I'm not gonna try to speak for her too much, but what she said was, the situation was that what was it? They must have told her that she couldn't use certain beats or certain things like that, and they just kind of like told her no props, don't do da 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 da. This is what she said, but obviously when it comes to it, it's like he's got bare stuff. So she felt like she kind of got sabotaged. But obviously Ren's seasoned in this because he's been doing Pengame from way back then. So I just felt like maybe, you know what I'm trying to say, I don't think no one knew what Ren was doing. No one knew what Ren was going to do that day. So yeah, I felt from there she just thought nah. But it would have happened on Pengame, but it just didn't end up happening on Pengame though.
No, fair enough. I wanted to ask real quick as well, how much do you Pengame pay though? What they say?
You know, I can't say, you know what I'm saying? I can't say too much. Nah, you sure we got bars? Ace with some.
Nah, her freestyle ain't free, man.
Say it louder. Do you know what? I'll shout Marks for you though, and Marks will find you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Live. No, but jokes aside though, What's the issue with you and MissInk?
So me and MissInk, yeah. Do you know it is? Like I say with everyone, I've never started an issue with, even when it came with Renaya, MissInk, the other girl called Coochie. I've never started with none of these girls. They've always started with me. So it's like, what it was I didn't know her. Like, and I like to, guys, I'm gonna tell you everything from beginning to end because I don't like when people just tell you one bit of the story. I don't like that. It really like irks me. So what happened was, cool. I had seen her when I had my battle with Kandi. I had seen her, but we didn't like speak or anything. But it was like a hi, like we acknowledged each other. Everything was kumbaya. And then I was meant to battle some girl called Coochie. She dropped out of the battle, so they were like, "Oh, do you just want to battle MissInk instead? Like, we can just, you know, set that up for you." Boom boom bow. So I was like, "Okay, cool. Why not?" Boom boom bow. So our battle was coming up. So before the battle, and people tried to say, oh, she done it for hype, but I don't care. I just feel like it's disrespect. I don't know you. She was just like, oh, I'm gonna kill Pengame's UK beast. Like, I'm gonna mash up this fat bitch. Da 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 da. Just chatting hella shit. And I was just like, oh, you're not gonna come disrespect me here. Like, you're not gonna come disrespect me. So I told her, hey, I feel like boom boom bow, I'm not trying to do this with you. So yeah, there's no battle. You don't get no battle with me. Like, you can't come disrespect me beforehand. I don't know you, like, because I don't know how to take it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how to take it. I don't know you. So it's just like, why did you do that? And you've never done that with your other battles prior. So why with me you've got balls? You ain't got balls with me, little boy. So yeah, I said, okay, cool, ban all of this, I don't want to do it. So she was upset because I saw one of her interviews. She said she drove 7 hours up to the battle and she still thought I was coming. But bitch, I told you I wasn't coming, so I don't know why you brought your ass there. So she was upset. So she must have posted something on socials like, oh, I didn't call you UK, because I said I felt like it was racially motivated, the UK beast thing. So she was like, I didn't call you UK beast because you're black, I just said it because you're based off your appearance. And then she must have had a picture of me and she photoshopped it to make me look anorexic like her. I don't know if you saw the picture she put up in the battle later.
I don't think I saw that still.
I'll show it to you, hold on. Do I even have it? This isn't even charging, you know. Oh. But I'll try to find it. But anyways, yeah, cool. Let me just fast forward. So she must have done that. Then obviously Margs and them lots were saying, oh, we really want you to battle her. Like, this is like closer to like January times. They're like, we want you to battle her. A lot of people like wanted to see that battle, boom boom bow. So I didn't really want to do it, but I just said, cool, let me just do it. Done the battle. It was what it is. But she was so upset because I, you know, like, it wasn't anything really. Like, she called me out on social media and then she was upset because, well, I tapped her. But I don't think that's why she was upset. She was more so upset because I was smoking her throughout that battle. You know I was smoking her, innit?
No, she said. I can't lie though. I do feel like you shouldn't have tapped her.
Why?
Because I feel like, obviously it's a rap battle, innit? I don't think no one should be touching anyone in a rap battle.
But is this been have you watched Pengame?
Yeah, I've watched.
So have you seen the other people push other people?
Yeah, but even that, I don't even think that should be a thing, innit?
Okay, if that's the case, then Pengame should have not made it a thing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So my thing is, don't be mad at me, be mad at the game. Get mad at Marks, because at the end of the day, okay, don't get mad at Marks, innit? But you're not just saying, but get mad at Pengame, because at the end of the day, the same day when I pushed her, other people have got pushed in the battles, and she was applauding them when they were pushing other people. So why do you think it can't happen to you? My whole thing is, if you're gonna come on the platform, you've seen what it's about.
But same way, I feel like with you two's tension was a bit real compared to other people's tension.
No, she had tension. I don't have tension. Like I said, I don't know you. I just don't appreciate you disrespecting me online, and I don't know you, and I don't care what for. Don't try to be fake with me. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Back it up in every situation, because me, if I'm going to talk shit about somebody online, I can talk shit to them to their face. Outside of it, if you want to fight, we can fight. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You've got to be prepared for everything. So for me, if she had called me a UK beast in the battle like she later did do, I would have just appreciated. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to get mad of what you said in the battle. Anything you say in the battle can run. Anything can go. You've seen people put people's yards up there. They put people's mums. So if I done that to you, or if I put your kid on a shirt, do you know what I'm trying to say? You can't say, oh, it's a rap battle, you can't do what... No, I can do whatever I like because it's in the rap battle. And that's what she should have just stuck to and done. So even when it comes to the pushing and barging and hair touching, whatever, you can do... They throw props at each other. You're going to say, oh, it's a rap battle, you guys should just solely rap. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's a rap battle. There should be no props. That's how I feel. Like, if you're gonna, this is what I'm saying. I'm Martin Luther King. I'm about equality. That's what I'm about. Equality. They don't have certain rules, and now this is when you want to put something in place and da 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 da. You're not George Floyd in me. You're not George Floyd in me. Rest in peace. But do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not now something and you're gonna come. No, you're not doing that to me. So I just feel like, yeah, like I said, you're not gonna come kill me. So I feel like if there's gonna be something, let it be for everything. When everyone else got pushed, everybody knew how to take it like a champ. You should have just waited your turn and probably just pushed me back. Because later on, you had all your, you know, you had the paper, you had the balloons, you had something good coming up after. You didn't have to do that, but she's done that more so for the fact that she felt like she was losing that day, and she was like, shit, I didn't know Pryn was gonna come like this. Like, if you even see the videos before, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna smoke Pryn. Like, she was like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm taking your throne. Like, she was doing all of this, and it's like, how do you feel that you didn't do that? You're talking so, and that's why I'm trying to save her from the embarrassment. Leah Rosemary Hawkins, I was trying to save you from this embarrassment. That's why I was telling you, don't talk online, and I hope you know not to do that next time, because you wasn't happy with the outcome, and neither was your son. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I understand when people say maybe you shouldn't and boom boom bow. And moving forward, if anyone touches me in a battle, I'm gonna fuck them up, because the way that they stop my thing, I'm gonna fuck you up on sight. So don't try to touch me in a battle, because I got in trouble for doing this, so I'm gonna cause you trouble. So yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have gotten... What I feel like is, honestly, the security shouldn't have held me back. I feel like they should have held her back because I was rapping. However, it is what it is now. Like, you know, the ones that you just gotta push it. Like, bygones is bygones. But I understand when people say whatever, but I don't have tension. Remember, she came on social media was talking shit. I have no problem with her. Like, you probably let the people behind the scene gas your head. And at the time, I think because people were gassing it, like, yeah, you'll be able to, like, battle her. You'll be able to smoke her because they said that her last battle, she won her last battle. I'm not too sure if I agree with that, but they said her last battle at the time, though, like, yeah, you won that. Like, it'll be easy to smoke Prince. I think all those things gassed her into being a person she's not. And that's what it is. You got tricked out of your position, babe.
But do you feel like this situation can lead to you guys maybe that would you ever want to have that scrap it out with her? Because I remember you talk about it like, yeah, like you're willing to.
Yeah, because you know it is. This is another thing I forgot to say. She was, before the battle even happened as well, yeah, she was posting things like, oh, like she was like fake boxing or whatever, but it was shit. Her punches were like that, very flimsy. And she was punching like the boxing bag and she was basically saying, this is Prynlee, like, da-da-da-da-da. So it's like, if you're going to post things like that, and I now want to fight, and on the camera she was saying, oh, we could do another battle. At the end of the battle, I was like, come, I want the second battle, come outside. She stayed inside that chicken shop. So it's like... You know what I'm trying to say? She stayed inside the chicken shop. She waited for people to escort her to the train station. Even now, tomorrow, she's battling Grams, right? And they all put security notices in place, but I can't come just in case of boom, 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 bow. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like, you're scared. But my thing is, why are you going to talk up for... No one expects you to be bad. You don't look like you're bad anyways. You're a white girl from Telford. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're not from ends or nothing like that. So why are you trying to overplay a role with me? And then later you're going to do this cry self-defense thing like, oh, she put her hands on me, but you said you was going to box me. So why are you mad that I gave you a little tap push? I was waiting for the box. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't overplay a role you're not really about, because when somebody is about it, you're not gonna like it. And that's like, I'm not gonna bully you or nothing like that. For me, I just felt like, you see, when I'm trolling, I'm just trolling because it's like, I can do it. Do you know what I mean? I smoked you in the battle, I made you eat your words, so I'm just gonna chat shit, and hey, you gotta suck it up, because when you was chatting shit, I just said, hey, politely, we're not doing this battle. You know, I wanted an apology. I didn't really get my apology, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I still smoked you. I got what I wanted. So, yeah, for me, it's just don't act like you're something you're not. And then try play victim after. And I feel like a lot of people, it's like what Dr. Umar says. People fall for it because it's like, it's the snow bunny saying something. And it's the black queen that's getting penalised. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. But I love you, snow bunnies. You know what I'm saying? The good ones.
Cool. So, talk to me about that, because I feel like whenever I look at some of your battles and I go to the comment sections, like you're hoarding corn.
Oh, all the time, like it's the Green Giant. They're just slapping corn at me.
So, like, how does that make you feel?
I don't feel away by it. I just feel like, do you know what it is? Everybody gets their own type of hate comments. I just feel like I'm a bigger girl. I'm dark skinned. It's easier to like just throw jabs at me, and it's like. Yeah, I just think it's just an easier thing just for people to throw jabs at me and boom, boom, bow. But I don't take it serious. For me, it's like, okay, at least you're watching and you're giving me the traction and the views and boom, boom, bow. And also, I just feel like, so how can I explain this here? It's like, if my thing is cool, obviously, when I'm having my battle raps here, obviously, it makes sense for the person to diss me off my appearance, because it's like we're battling or boom, boom, bow, because I'm doing the same. However, sometimes I feel like, do you hate me because my rapping, like, do you know what I mean? Like, at least this my rapping skills, if you're gonna diss, because it's like, how I show up and how I look shouldn't be what determines whether you like me or dislike me. Like, if I'm a shit rapper, say you don't fuck with me because I'm a shit rapper. Do you know what I mean? Not, oh, this fat black bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so what, I can't rap because I'm big? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I just don't understand that. But you know what I mean? It's like, one minute they hate you, one minute they love you, because with all my battles, I've seen the way that they're warming up to me, if that makes sense.
No, definitely. I think after that MissInk battle, like, I feel like people are fucking with you more so.
Yeah, like, you know the ones there, before the comments would just say black girl, now they know how to spell my name. I'm like, oh, and I know who is be saying what. But also another thing, these comments can never speak to me in real life. That's another thing. No one could dare come up to me and try to disrespect me and call me whatever they do in the comments, because I just wouldn't have it. And it's also a respect thing, especially in real life. A lot of people, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so like energetic, you're funny, you're bubbly, you're this, you're that, you're really pretty, or you're... Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's all these different type of things. It's like, alright. But yeah, no one's gonna come and like really disrespect me, and I'm still waiting for the day someone does. I want to see it. It'll be funny. I'll vlog it.
Vlog is crazy. But Because, I wanted to say that. Because, I fuck with Pengame, but my thing is I do feel like they need to actually get, like, judges that actually battle rap.
Okay, but who, like...
Because
okay.
you know what? Because I remember, like, the battle with, who was it? It was Driz, the Birmingham, the other
yeah,
Birmingham.
Yeah.
And who's the other?
Who's Orion and Cheese? Yeah, I said the same thing.
I think they won it.
They won it, innit? I said it.
And on top of that, I feel like the whole thing of, like, for example, the Black Heat from Bram, like, he threw a little bit far fit about them and bringing out a skeleton. But, bro, it's a rap battle, bro. Like,
do you see what I'm saying? But then after this is what I'm saying. People change the rules based on who the other person is. It's only because... he got so angry.
Because I feel like niggas love off Driz and them, man. And they're hard. But I feel like, bro, from that time that they even reacted, them man won that round for sure.
Clack it. That's how I feel. Okay, cool. Not to make this about me, but that's how I feel about the situation with MissInk. Hey, you reacted. I should have just, but I did win. But anyways, cool. What I say is, I totally agree with you. I actually gave that battle to Who's Orion and Cheese. But do you know what it is? That day, I don't know if you've seen it, Kandi and Dino and Scams and Sevs, they had a battle, but that was the battle that was first, and they were doing
Scams is
Dad is dead. Everybody Scams is Dad is dead. Everybody Scams is Dad is dead. So that was the first one, and everyone was already booing for it, and they wasn't rating it. So the judges, I think one of the judges said like maybe someone died that was close to them. Do you know, judges take things personal, and also they're going with the crowd's reaction. So because the crowd wasn't fucking with that, and they were booing them, and this is the first battle bit, by the way, and they're talking about someone's deceased. When now they've done it, they've come a bit more, even though theirs was disrespectful, it was like funny disrespectful, they came on like it was soaked. Do you know the skeleton? Like,
because I think that one was because the first one was after that they did a whole like 5 bar of like Scams' Dad is dead. It was like, I was a bit tired, but this Orion's one was rude.
Yeah, it was rude, but I feel like what I'm trying to say is I feel like maybe say if they had went first, it might have not been that, because that battle was basically right before theirs. So that's why even Trappy, that's the other Birmingham guy, the one that got vexed, he was like, oh, you guys were mad at Kandi for what he done, but you're not mad at him. So I think that's what kind of made the judges like change their perspective, because if you actually see the judges' reactions, they were jumping and screaming, and they loved when they done that disrespectful shit. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But it was more so the crowd was booing, and I feel like Birmingham, they have a bit more of an advantage when you're like, when they come to London, because it's like, oh my gosh, they like the accent, the energy they bring. Obviously, they're cold in it, but I just felt like it just wasn't their day in that aspect. But I would have given it to them, but I just feel like they felt like it was too disrespectful. But it's like, where does the line get drawn? Like, what is the rules?
That's why I think, like, I can't lie, obviously shout out like some of like the guests they bring on for as judges, but I feel like they need to actually get like actual battle rappers to be judges. Like
who would you say? I don't even watch battle rap.
I don't. Me too. But I know there's niggas that actually battle rap on a proper thing, and are legends in that scene that they could bring on to be judges. You know.
Do you know what it is? I think it's also like Pengame is like something that's fresh. It's not fully battle rap because it's on beats. It's more rap battles. Look at the way I flip that. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I feel like they're just trying to bring people that would engage to it, and obviously because it's such like a big platform now, it's like the judges that come on kind of already watch the show, so they already have their preconceived notions, they might already have their favorites. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's a little bit like, not to say of a bias thing, but it's like they come in with their own personal opinions with it. So I don't know, you just can never know what to expect, but I think it can be a bit jarring. Like, I hear what you're saying. I see a lot of them say, like, get new judges. We don't like these judges don't know what they're talking about, boom, boom, bow. I also see they say the judges are racist. Do you think the judges are racist?
I don't. They change judges all the time, and it's hard. And usually, at least from when I've been on, it's usually niggas they put on. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure about that one.
No, but racist to the white rappers.
No, people love off Kandi. Kandi is called. Shout out Passive. Passive is called. To be fair, I ain't really watched other white youths, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They're the ones that are like standing up for now. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but people be saying that the judges be racist to them, or like the room is racist to the white folks. But I don't know. But yeah, I feel like with the judges, you can't. Like, most of the battlers already know, like, it's like, okay, cool. If you guys, they just wait for the YouTube comments to actually come out to say who wins or not, because on the day, they might not hear everything properly, they might not catch bars as quickly. You know, like, if at home you're watching YouTube, you can go back, like, well, I didn't catch that, I can go back. They can't do that on the day. So, you know, the ones there, we got to give them grace. But hey, if you don't vote for me, fuck you.
So, Prynlee, talk to me, man. Like, who do you want to battle next?
Do you know what it is? I think I want my rematch with Kandi. And then I need to battle passive. PASS, go suck your mum. That's who I want to battle.
Okay, what's the beef with passive, man?
Do you know, is there's no beef? Like, obviously, big up Jacob Arnold. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's a good guy, but he loves to mention me in these battles. Okay, cool. No, like, I'm lying. So what happened was he battled Grams. If everyone like that knows, I love Grams. Grams is like one of my closest friends from Pengame. So he dissed Grams, and Grams gave him a chance in the 2v2. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna diss him in my battle. So I was like, you know, I fuck with PASS savvy, but both of you look like you lacking hygiene, and he didn't like that. He felt offended by that one. So so he started to diss me. So I don't know if you've seen the tournaments that have just come out now from like the group A, but he, in every single battle he had, my name was being mentioned like left, right and center. That was basically Prynlee battle. It wasn't even their battles. So I'm just like, yeah, let me just get my, I need to just, you know, get my lick back. But I just want to battle him, smoke him, because I don't know, I think he's on like a high horse right now and I just need to kick him.
First.
But it's all love though, do you know what I'm trying to say? That's how people should do it. This is how you girls need to learn and listen and take. It's just friendly fire.
Talk to me as well, like, I see that Dr. Umar's been going viral and that's kind of like baby mama, so talk to me about that. What do you think about that whole situation?
Do you know what it is? I haven't even tapped into the situation like that yet, but I think what makes it bad, obviously I think we all know he's on the polygamy thing, but I just think what makes it bad is how he represents us. So it's like, because you know, I love Dr. Umar, he's always talking about the black queens, like I love that. Wait, continue.
No, I was going to say, because obviously I feel like I don't agree with everything he says, but the messaging I fuck with the message.
Yeah, you have to, when it comes to things like that, you have to obviously have your own opinion and stuff, and you can obviously Dr. Umar's doing stuff to kind of go viral as well. He's going to say like the wildest stuff, but you're trying to extract the actual, reading between the lines, do you know what I mean, and extract the message he's really trying to send. So I think because he does things like that, because I don't even know if you remember, like time ago there was a video of him talking to like a white lady. Everybody was trying to get him down. They're like, you're talking to a snow bunny, like da-da-da-da. So I think when you have, it's like, for example, if I say I'm vegan, right, and I don't believe in eating meat, like we can't eat meat, and boom, boom,
no,
boom,
but I think that was different, because he was just talking to said person.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if I say I don't like white girls, it doesn't mean like I'm gonna just disregard every white girl. Like I'll still have a pleasant conversation with one. I might, for example, if there's one working in the store, be like, oh, excuse me, do you know where? Excuse me, Emily, do you know where I can get water?
Emily, you know.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're trying to say, yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like, cool, I'm going to use my vegan analogy, yeah. So it's like, if I say I'm vegan, don't believe in eating meat and milk and all this stuff, but then you see me like next to Burger King, you'll be like, you said you was vegan, how dare you be near, do you know what I'm trying to say? They kill animals here and da-da-da-da-da. So what I'm trying to say is, even though, like you said, just if I say I don't want to be with a white girl, it doesn't mean that you can't have, like you said, a pleasant conversation. However, I feel like people will throw in their own, because it's like you stand so strongly on this subject, they would think you would never be around it or near them, or do you know what I mean? Maybe you're even disgusted by them. So I feel like they were trying to pin, oh, he's with her, he's in a relationship, he's trying to be secretive, oh look, he lied to you guys, he's just like us, or do you know what I'm trying to So I feel like people are, they're more, when you stand for something, people will try to catch you where you're at. Like they're gonna be like turning on the lights just to make sure boom 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 bow. But I don't know the situation with the baby. What is it? Are they saying that he's not raising the kids or something?
No, so I think they're saying, so obviously he didn't marry either of his baby mamas.
Is that it?
No, but it's that, and the fact, and obviously I think one of his kids, I think his daughter said something about, oh, that he wasn't in her life like that or something like that.
Oh, that's sad then. But do you know what it is? I feel like I better not see that many black men do it unless you look after your kids 24/7 and your children live with you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because a lot of black people, unfortunately, I don't know why it's like that. I feel like everything stems back to slavery times and boom boom bow. But it's just like, it is unfortunately like the stigma. But if you obviously go hard for something, you should stand by it. But I do feel like, you know, give the man a chance. He might have a story to tell and boom boom bow.
His response was like, for example, the marriage of his baby mamas. He said like, with each of his baby mamas, he said that he told them like, yo, like, I don't want to get married now, but like I wanna like be patient with me, and then like maybe in future we can get that. I still wanna date, I still wanna do, you know what I mean?
I feel like that's a, like, do you know what it is? Would you get married? Do you want to get married in your lifetime?
I would like to. However, I wouldn't say I'm in a rush, and I would probably, I'm not in a rush.
So then you can understand it from his perspective then, because a lot of men, especially...
But then I think it's different, because I think if I do... Because I don't have no kids coming on the way, innit?
Okay.
So it's like, I think if you have a kid, I think you should...
Get married.
Because especially back in the day, like, if you were to get a girl pregnant, bro, you're marrying her, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's how
just to be like an honest man. Yeah, I agree in a sense, because me, I won't put no babies until I am married and I have I'm not newly married, I'm in the marriage for a while. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's just because I just feel like it's so precious to give birth, and then it's like you have like a deadbeat that is just... Because if I do, God forbid, I'm putting that nigga on child support, your whole family lineage is going to pay my pockets. So I just feel like, do you know what it is? I just feel like, I don't think it's like he's hid the fact that he's got children and he's had the 2 baby mums that he hasn't, married. But I just feel like people shouldn't necessarily go onto him for his own life decision, especially if he was honest with them. It's kind of just like it's a sad thing, but do you know what I mean? What do you want him to do? Because he's always stated he's into the polygamy thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, was he going to marry both of them? I don't know. I'm not trying to... Because I don't know the situation too much. I don't want to come, like, defend him. Like, I've got to protect my black king. However, it's more so just like, I don't know what the world is in such an uproar for. A lot of your famous rappers, they're not married. Do you know what I'm trying to say? A lot of they're not married. A lot of people, in even your day-to-day life, they're not married. A lot of people now don't want to get married because they're like, oh, it's just what did they say? It's just a piece of paper. It's just something for the law to take your money. You got to pay for it. A lot of people don't want to get married nowadays. So it's just like, I hear it, but I just, everyone needs to just mind their business. But obviously, if you stand for something so strong and you're saying get married, and then you haven't got married yourself, it does make you look a bit side-eye.
And what do you think about like people like dating outside of the race? Because I can't lie. For example, I know certain man. I'm not shout out certain man. But I know certain man. That it's just snowbunny. There's that snow. Switzerland.
Yeah. Switzerland. That is funny. Do you know what it is? I feel like... Here's how I feel, and this is me being like as honest as I'm gonna be, like as honest as I can. I feel like obviously go where you're loved. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Real. That's one thing I always say. Go where you're loved and appreciated. If you feel like, not to say your race isn't loving you or appreciating you, but do you know what I mean? If you feel like something isn't working for you, it's good to try something new. However, I feel like where it comes to the problem where, where you see black girls say, he just likes white girls and it's because it's like you like the black features of the black girl on the white girl, because it's like the ones that they talk about, they're not talking about the white girls that are just like, the slim ones that just keep... It's like you want the white girl that does box braids. You want the white girl that got the BBL. You want the white girl that got the lip fillers, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like you like it's like, for example, that if you do see, I think it's more so the black guys or whatever, they're like, oh, I don't like black girls because they're too loud. But then you like somebody that's like basically a black girl in white font. So what you really just don't like is the skin colour, or they'll say, oh, I don't like the fact that it's not natural hair. But you do know white girls wear clip-ins too. And it's not their natural... You know what I'm trying to say? So I think a lot of things is like, that's where it is. And I think it's more of a thing where it's like, is there a self-hatred? Do you just not like black women? And that's why... Because like I said, it's okay to like what you like. You can have your preferences. But when it's like... When you ask like a certain guy that maybe likes white girls, for example, and you're like, okay, cool, why do you like white girls? These black girls though, I just don't... Why can't you just say why you like the white girls? You have to say why you dislike black girls. And that's where I think the problem occurs. But like I said, I think go for anything. You see me, if a black guy don't appreciate me, I'll go to the Asian motherfucker. If the Asian motherfucker don't appreciate me, I might go to the white motherfucker. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It'll switch. But I'm not like... I feel like I'm just very open to just talking to people. But me, I want my black king, you know what I'm saying? But I just think... Like I said, just go where you're appreciated and when you're loved, and make sure you know where that's coming from. Is it just because it's a trend right now? Is it because of what people like? I feel like a lot of times as well, when you see like these wealthy footballers go for like the white girl, it's not based off what they like, it's based off what's good for image.
I think that, and on top of the fact that like, now they're in a higher echelon, and I'm sure that if you break down stats, there's probably more rich white women than rich black women. So it's like, if you're around so many white women, it's like, oh, the likelihood of you having a white woman is higher.
Yeah, so. I agree. Do you know what it is? I actually agree with that, but I don't know if this is what you were saying, so let me know if you kind of agree with what I'm saying. But cool, what I feel like as well, is like with a lot of like certain black guys, I don't want to say like all of them, but when they do get into like maybe that higher aspect of life, or even if they like what they see like white girls have in terms of like maybe what rooms they can get into, maybe so they kind of look at them like a meal ticket, so to speak. I feel like men they're the bad bees. Like
you know, I think it's partially in terms of like they're around them more. Like if you're, for example, if you're rich, you're more likely to date a rich person because you're gonna be in the circles of rich people. Same way if you're poor, you're probably gonna be dating poor people because you're in poor people's circles. So
do you feel like it's more environmental rather than?
I'll say more environmental. I'm sure there's certain people that think it out that cool, that she had this guy, generational wealth.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, it's people like just being around other people environmentally.
I agree. I'm like 50-50 with you. I agree and I disagree. I feel like it's like, I think it's also without you realizing, it's like, cool, you know, like struggle love. Say you're with like, I feel like guys date where they feel like they're at in life, if that makes sense. So it's like, I don't feel like a bum is gonna try to go and get Kenza, for example. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or somebody of like high status. So it's like, when they feel like they're more up there, they're gonna go for what they really want as well. And I think it's also what media portrays to you, because at one point it's like everyone loved the BBLs and that, now everyone's screaming natural. Do you know what I mean? I feel like what social media kind of puts at them, even with girls too though, do you know what I'm trying to say? It's the same as like girls can get influenced to buy so much stuff if it's in the media, right? Or if they put like a new influencer or somebody, everybody's doing coil ray braids or this braid. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's very like, I just feel like, yeah man, I just think we just get influenced too much. But I do agree with what you're saying about environmental, but I also do think it's also like maybe like a self-hatred thing. Maybe you feel like you're like, I don't know, I feel like it's just like, yeah, I feel like if you came from like not nothing, but if you can see like, okay cool, you're well off, like, or boom boom bow, I want to go there. But it's not to say black girls can't be well off. Let me tell you something, like we be building money. I'm gonna be the richest person in the world. Tell Jeff Bezos. Is Jeff Bezos the richest?
Elon Musk.
Tell Elon Musk, yeah. I want to test. He's got to test this thing, innit?
Yeah, Tesla.
Yeah, I want a Tesla V. But yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a lot of. I think it can be so much different things. Also, don't get twisted. I think love is the same breath as well. Do you know what I mean? But I do feel like there's a like deep rooted issue as well.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like your type is very much based on. It's like, for example, some girls will like older guys because they didn't have a dad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like those deep wounded traumas, not to say that everybody you're with is like a deep wounded trauma thing, but I feel like some things that are inside you of how you grew up might perceive how you look at life outwardly. That's what I say.
And I wanted to also talk about, I don't know if you've heard about it, like, you know, what's her name, Natalee B?
Oof.
The girl who's doing like the gym.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Like, would you be happy? Would you be like, for example, if you went to a women's only gym, would you be happy with like Transformers being in the gym?
Transformers is wild. Let me tell you something. Big up the LGBT community. Like I fucks with them, but I feel like
big up.
Yeah. Look at you saying the Transformers is what you said. Hey, I was just playing. No, but you know what it is? If I'm being honest here, because I've seen the situation on my timeline for time, and I'm trying to think like honestly what I feel about it, because it's like, do you know what, like I said with the Dr. Umar situation, it's kind of the same with the Natalee B thing, because how you came into this game saying you want to do this women's only gym, but then she said, I see trans women as women, they're real women, I don't see them any less, so yeah, trans women are welcomed. And that was kind of like, I don't think that was her main agenda that she was pushing, but that was like a big thing that she had said, and a lot of the trans community really liked it, and they were like, yeah, like, do you know what I mean, like, we love that, like, this is a safe space for us. And she had said, I see trans women as real women, like that verbatimly came out of her mouth. So now when it's like the gym is there, now you're like, okay, I take it back, like, trans women, I don't think you should come, and it's like, at the end of the day, you have every right, do you know what I mean? It's your gym. At the end of the day, obviously I think people said it sucks because, you know, they paid donations and stuff.
So she broke down the numbers. She said I think 89 people donated, and I think like an average of like £13 or something.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not It's not
that
they
much.
Donated bare money.
Yeah, because I saw she said 20k or something, like, was from Gymshark.
50k was her own money, I think.
Oh yeah, 50k was her own. 20k she said Gymshark actually donated, and then they were breaking down the cost. But I didn't know it was like £13 per person. But either way, it's like selling something under false pretenses. Because at the end of the day, some people, not to say that all of those people were trans women, but maybe it was a normal woman that liked the fact she was including trans. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, say for example, it's like you say there's gonna be, I don't know, like free Wi-Fi, and then later you say, do you know what, coming to think about it, I'm not really feeling this Wi-Fi thing, but girl, I only wanted to come because there was free Wi-Fi. Like, you kind of lied to me or sold me out. However, I do feel like it's her gym, she has the right to say what she wants, but I do feel like she can't be upset if other people are upset, because even though it's like people might say, oh, your money wasn't put into it, 'cause obviously, let's be real, yeah, people want to jump in on the situation because it's going viral and it's trending right now. So a lot of people are probably putting in more 2 cents than they would really care to give. Like, for example, me, I'm talking about it, but did I donate to the gym? I didn't. But I just feel like it's more so based off like, when did you change your mind about this? Where, like, do you know what I mean? And it's kind of a slap in the face. I actually do understand it. It's like, it's a slap in the face, because it's like, if you said you view us as real women, as a trans woman, obviously I'm not trans, but do you know what I mean? Like, I can imagine it, like, if I was trans and you said that was your first thing, like, where did you change and say you don't think I'm a real woman anymore? So it's kind of like a slap into the face. But I just feel like that's why you just got to be careful. Make sure you stand on your beliefs and you know what you're saying for and what's the cause, because it does seem like, because where did it switch?
I remember watching a Tanks video. Shout out my brother Tanks.
Shout him out.
He was telling me, he was saying that, like, he believes like it's a thing where she wouldn't have been able to do that U-turn she did now back then, because obviously the political situation now compared to back then is 2 different things now. You know what I mean? But
that's probably even because during those times, I think, because I was like, what, 2020, I can't tell you what happened around them times proper, but do you know what I mean? Trans people wasn't that accepted as they are maybe now. Do you know what I mean? Every year it gets better in terms of acceptance and whatever. So probably that time, that's what I'm saying. People do think it's like, did you just use it to make yourself seem like the better place and platform? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because even if people didn't necessarily donate, they followed you, they watched your journey, they retweeted, do you know what I mean? They reposted, they shared your GoFundMe. So even if they didn't invest real money into it, they invested into you as a person, and they was trying to push you. Hence why you was able to get the Gymshark loan, because Gymshark don't just be giving stuff out. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it was based off the things you were saying. So it's kind of just seeming like you just used it at the time, and now when you've, you know, it's like, I'm closing the door on you now. And that's how. But I don't know. I just feel like I said, it's hers.
Let me ask you this: would you personally feel comfortable with like a trans woman being in the gym with you? Maybe being in the same change room as you.
Can I be honest? Yeah. I wouldn't feel a type of, because cool. Let me just say something. Yeah. Obviously, there's some people that are trans. You can notice, visibly tell they're trans. But there's some that go under the radar, and I promise you wouldn't know. I've got quite a few different type of friends, and you wouldn't necessarily know. So it's like, I'm not going into change room to watch your goodies. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not going to look at no girl. I'm not going to see, oh, have you got this? But do you know what I'm trying? I don't care what's in between your legs, really. Like, if I'm going to a change room, I'm going to a change room. What I see people say, do you know what it is? What I see people say, which I can kind of understand, because I watch Law and Order SVU, but it's kind of like, what do you mean by that? It's like, they're more it's more about the toilets, about the situation. They're like, oh, but I don't want to go into the toilet, and a man is in the same toilet as me, and da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, oh, but a man can just dress up as a girl and just say he wants to be trans, and then...
No, because the same way, like, there's nothing stopping me from throwing on a wig and just saying wow, let me not get myself cancelled. But like,
no, but I hear what you're saying.
Like, I could go to the gym change room and just put on a wig and say I'm a woman. Like, so it's like, can you now tell me I'm not a woman now?
I can understand. Okay, cool. I feel like in a sense, there's like a difference in terms of like somebody just putting, because you'll be able to tell by your man, you're not gonna just know how to be a girl. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas trans women have already been, not saying practicing, but they've already been girls from. Do you know what I mean? You'll be able to tell in those aspects. But even so, if that's not the case, yeah, it's like, how can I say it? It's like, what's stopping? Because everybody's gonna, let's just say this gym situation, everyone's gonna know where the gym is. If it's about predators coming, a predator, maybe if you don't come in, he knows where the spot is. He can attack you at night. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, why is it you're so hell-bent on in the changing rooms? It's like, it could be anyone in the changing rooms. Females can attack females. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I do understand it though, just in terms of like safety and like, do you know, is for example when she was talking about when Natalee was talking about for Muslim girls, yeah, and I kind of understood this. She was saying, obviously, you know, Muslim girls, they can't show if they're wearing hijab, their hair in front of like a guy, and obviously Allah wouldn't tell whether it's trans or boom boom bow. It's just like that would be just a guy, period, point blank. So things like that is more, I can understand it, but that wasn't like what her case was at the time. If she made that her case, maybe that could have been different, but that wasn't her case. But I just feel like I'm not so. Maybe me, I'm just different in it, but it's just like I don't think that's like the worst of the worst. But I can understand if it makes people feel uncomfortable though, because not everyone's me, and I'm not them, and I don't know their experiences. Like maybe you've had such a bad experience where somebody, do you know what I mean? Because it does happen. Like I've seen in America, it has happened a lot, and people can use those as just defenses of boom boom bow. But I just feel like I said, if you're gonna stand for something, a lot of people are they're ready to see you fall down. So if you just take back one thing that you said, but you were saying you was agreeing it before, they're gonna be very quick to be like, hey, remember you said this. So yeah, man, what do you think about it?
Because obviously I don't really know about the women's only gym, innit? Like, shout out her for doing that, but it's like, you know what? Because I feel like my only thing is how you gonna enforce it. Because what's gonna stop you from not letting the trans woman? For example, if they've done bottom surgery now, it's now on their ID that they're female. What can you really do about it?
Do you know what I'm saying?
You
that's what
I'm You'll be doing shit.
Literally, because it's like, that's even it. How are you going to enforce it? Because it's like I said, some people may look visibly trans. However, some might have had bottom surgery and some don't. Like, I've seen so many trans girls that, bro, I wouldn't even think, oh, you're trans. So, like you said, are you checking IDs? Are you checking passports? What are you do? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, let me open, let me see. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Facts. I didn't even think of that, you know, but it's true. How are you going to stop that type of procedure? Like, are you going to just discriminate? What if you think somebody's trans and they're just a girl and they've got maybe PCOS or something? And you stop, hey, that's discrimination. You've got a suit coming in your hands. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What if it's, so would you allow trans men because they're biologically female?
Real shit.
And also trans, because she said she was doing it because of self-defense classes and, you know, to protect themselves from men. But trans women are vulnerable to men as well, because men, do you know, they have violence. You guys have violent tendencies. But yeah, but like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what I think, because of how she started it off to how she's trying to end it now is what's made it like the biggest problem. But like you said, it's like, what are the protocols you're gonna put in place to, you know, make sure trans don't come in?
But cool. So talk to me. What's your plans for the rest of the year, though?
My plans for the rest of the year, I want to drop like an EP, like a body of work, so people can rate my music. I'm just trying to put myself more out there. I like doing things like these, podcasts, talk. I like to get my personality out there. I've got a couple of battles lined up. I should have like, God willingly, let's say like 9 battles, just so that I can just get them out of the way. And yeah, I just want to be the biggest thing. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I just want to be like a star.
Real shit.
What about you? What's your plans?
Bro, just more consistency, more interviews, man, more experiences. Maybe I want to do a couple trips, man, just to random places.
Is it?
Yeah,
what places? I love traveling.
You know what? I definitely want to go to Northwest Africa.
Okay.
I want to go to maybe like South America, but them places scare me.
Why? Or you think you're gonna get
Bro, I used to have this one guy in my sixth form. He was Ecuadorian, innit?
Okay.
Like proper
Ecuadorian.
Like he used to show me videos of them getting like their legs cut off. They were cutting off their limbs and shit.
But like, you see, they did that in Africa as well, though.
No, but not as much over there. At least when we do it, it's like when Africans do it, it's more of a thing like they've had it out. Like I've seen one thing of like I think Nigerian army caught a Boko Haram guy. They basically like spit roasted him. Like they put not like that, but
but I know what you mean.
They had the thingy. And they had a fire at the bottom, and they were just rotating them.
Oh, that's mad.
But you know what I mean? But that's deserved because he's Boko Haram.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? But that there is because they probably owed him like $10.
So just make sure you don't owe nobody no money. But also, do you know what it is? A lot of people say if you go on like, it depends what you do as holiday. Like if you go in the tourist places of holiday.
No, but I want to explore the whole. I want to explore like.
Make sure you have a good nigga. Make sure you hold so you got your back in it. But I feel like, yeah, I just feel like I said, did it? I feel like if they know you're people like, if you have no involvement and they can tell you're just like a foreigner, why would they? Do you know what I mean? Just don't get yourself too involved. I think that's what the problem with people do. They like things and they try to get too involved in it, but then it's like your foot's too, you know what I mean, stuck in the mud. Your foot's too deep. But like if you're just doing up tourist things, or you're just going to just get a good tour guide or something.
No,
you know what
because for me, when I go on holiday, I just do random walks, like something like even when I was in Ghana in Accra, I was literally just doing random excursions, just walking for the sake of it.
I don't think no one's gonna come kill you, you know. Just buy a little pocket knife in it.
Bro, a pocket knife ain't gonna. Oh, you can't bring a knife to a gunfight, man.
Think get a gun. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if that's why you're scared, I don't think nothing should scare you from, you know what I'm trying to say, doing what you want to do. Like, if you want to experience something, experience it. But if that's what you're afraid of, just get a gun. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just learn how to shoot. Go to a shooting range. Learn how to shoot. Make sure you got, like, good 3 bullets in there, 3 nugs. You don't want to use them like that. And, yeah, you should be good. But I just feel like, yeah, man, in real life, like, it's not like, unless they catch you watching them do something that's mad, it's like, okay, then you gotta go. But if you're just walking, it's like, more time they're gonna tell you, hey, vamush, you know what I'm saying? And hey, take that warning, vamush. But yeah, I just think if you overstep their boundaries, sorry, that's when it's like, okay, things can go bad. Just know yourself, you know the ones there. Be humble, don't be afraid to be the unique in those situations.
I hear you still, but yeah, I appreciate you for coming down, man.
Thank you for having me. Bye, guys.